Yeah. I see the chat. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all in the chat. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. And I did say we was gonna do it. So let's go. I did say we are gonna do it. I did say it. So Lil Durk has been arrested by U.S. Marshals and is being held at Broward County Correctional Facility. His charge is currently noted as murder for hire. Wow. So pretty much, he's being arrested for trying to kill Quando Rondo. He had two guys. There's an indictment now for them trying to get rid of Quando Rondo. Pretty much, they got. Oh no, this is the murder about his cousin actually, but they were trying to ride down on Rondo as well. So Quando Rondo, alleged members of Lil Durk's OTF, indicted in murder of Quando Rondo's cousin. Get back for King Von. So federal agents swooped in and arrested 5 men in connection to the August 2022 shooting in L.A. That killed Quando Rondo's cousin. And now they're being charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire in retaliation for King Von's death. Federal prosecutors in California announced that grand jury indictment Thursday of Kevon London Grant, a.k.a. Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, a.k.a. Didi, Keith Jones, a.k.a. Flocka, David Brian Lindsay, a.k.a. Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston, a.k.a. Boogie. Durk isn't... I hate you ads. Why y'all so unnecessary sometimes. Durk isn't a defendant here, but he's been vigorously fighting the label that OTF is a gang in a separate case involving the slaying of his rival FBG Duck. Prosecutors claim the August 22 shooting stems directly from the November 2020 altercation in Atlanta, where Quando associate Lil Tim. Oh, so there's a Lil Tim and Lil Tyler. I didn't know that. Okay. Lil Tim shot and killed King Von after a fight broke out. I stopped keeping up with a lot of the littles a long time ago, but I was very well aware of what happened with King Von. And I never did necessarily get down to everything that was going on with him, but I just knew that I knew Von and Durk were cool, and I knew Quando Rondo and Von had beef. That was the main thing I knew. And even just watching the footage back, every time I watch this footage back of Von, I say to myself, oh my God, let me beat that ad. That ad is terrible. Every time I watch the footage of Von, I say to myself, who set him up to be there? Because no way, shape, form, and fashion should Von have been in the same goddamn venue with Quando Rondo. Who the fuck set that up? And of course, it just looks like the person on top of Von shot him, but that wasn't the case. Now, of course, this is what the actual indictment is for, though. Lord have mercy, these ads. Lord have mercy, these ads, I tell you. And of course, the shooting happened where the cousin was killed. Then, of course, that happens and Vaughn gets killed. So, according to the indictment, the alleged OTF gang members set up a bounty and used a credit card that was associated with the label to book plane tickets to travel from Chicago to California in order to hunt down Quando after learning his whereabouts. These are all the police cam footages here. Excuse me, this is the gas station cam footage here, not the police cam footage. Gas station footage here looks like an alleyway footage here, or them backing out and shooting. So feds claim Grant flew himself on a private jet from Miami to Cali to oversee the deadly operation and secured the hotel rooms and other necessary tools used to carry out the hit. And of course, here you see, I believe this is the vehicle that had Quando in it. This blue one that's circled right here had Quando in it, and this BMW here would have Grant following and tailing, of course. And then you have these other two vehicles here that were seen following as well. Those were rentals following as well, trying to figure out, or follow, I should say, Quando. The feds claim Grant helped procure cars, ski masks, and firearms to carry out the deadly plan, including renting the BMW and Infiniti sedans fitted with fake license plates the group allegedly used. Prosecutors believe Quando was the intended target and was sitting in the vehicle at the time, but the bullets wound up ripping through his cousin, Savia Robinson, instead. A distraught Quando struggled to speak to investigators on the scene, and prosecutors say the Chicago group flew out the next day. We're told Houston and Jones are scheduled for hearings in Chicago on Monday. The other three waived the right to a hearing in Chicago and will be sent to L.A. Durk and Quando cooled off the back and forth exchange shortly after and resumed their rap careers. Ironically, they both have albums dropping in November. Now, isn't that something? Both of these niggas that are, in this case right now, have albums dropping in the election month. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I have to do more looking into this because I would like to have more further information on this as well. He was trying to live up to his big bro, Vaughn. From what I've been told and from what I've been seeing, Vaughn was a straight up murderer. That's pretty much the whispers right now that have been loud over the years, is that Vaughn was an actual killer. A lot of the things he talked about, he did. He would have been the next. You mean next Diddy victim? I don't know about next Diddy, but next Diddy victim? Because, well, I mean, shit. That is Diddy type. Vaughn would definitely be a Diddy type. Let's just say that. Vaughn is, if you look at Vaughn is definitely Diddy type. So, I get where that would come from. If 100K Track wasn't arrested with them today, he is the one that told, because he was arrested last year for a bang bang smuggling. Yeah. Isn't that always how it go? Ain't that always how it go? Shit, you look at American Gangster. The cousin, when he got caught, they kept that nigga and put a wire on him for about a year. Said, nah, we gonna keep you. We gonna arrest you again when we get the other nigga. We gonna arrest you. You gonna tell us what we need to know right now. Before you get out of here, you gonna tell us what you need to know. What we need to know, I should say. Oh really? Oh really? Oh really? Where this wire here? Put this wire on right here. Next meeting, we gonna listen in. We gonna record all this shit. We gonna keep all this. You wanna go home? Or you wanna stay in jail? Which one? You wanna wear the wire? Or you wanna stay your ass in here and live the wire? Which one? Oh, you wanna put the wire on? Okay, put the wire on. So, and I think they were talking about that earlier too. when this information first came out, that the other guy is the one that was it co-conspirator one. They think co-conspirator one is the snitch. Co-conspirator two, they're gonna know if co-conspirator two gets arrested pretty much. If co-conspirator two is the one that actually gets arrested, co-conspirator one is the one that snitched. Eventually, he probably would have did it that day. He probably would have did it that day. Like I said, from what I've seen with Vaughn and heard about Vaughn, yes, he had that DMX type of vibe. Vaughn wasn't playing that shit. Vaughn wouldn't even been a victim. I don't think Vaughn would have even been a victim, Don. I don't even think that nigga would have been a victim. I think Diddy would have been a victim of him. That's what I think. If Vaughn had that scenario, if Vaughn had that scenario, I mean, shit. Jerry, let me say this. Let me say this before you ask that. We said the same shit about 50. Hell, we've said the same shit about Pac. We said the same thing about Biggie. We said the same things. We just don't know. I'm going to just say that. They said when he was locked up, he was in the homo cell area. Yeah, eventually Vaughn would have smoked Diddy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily get that from Vaughn's energy, that he would have been, down with things. But like this, if Vaughn was even remotely green, Vaughn would have been far removed from that situation that even got him killed. Just think about that too. If Vaughn was anywhere near, because he was on his way to blow up, definitely for sure. He was definitely on his way blowing up, for sure. A Diddy party was in his future. Let's just say that. A Diddy party at the time of Vaughn's death was definitely in his future. What he would have did at it, how many licks does it take to get to the end of the Tootsie Pop? The world will never know. But Vaughn definitely had one. He definitely had one coming. He definitely had one coming. You stupid. I'm ready to fry some bacon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like I said, chat, I need to do more research on this particular scenario, because just like why I haven't, see, that's the thing. I don't just bring up shit. I actually like to have some type of educated thought and educated opinion on what's going on. So certain things I avoid, not necessarily avoid, certain things I just don't go with, because I want to have more backstory on it. I want to have a lot more backstory on it before I make my assumptions on anything whatsoever. Realms, just like Nipsey and Diddy and Jay-Z, was getting rid of all up-and-coming rappers like Dolph. Yeah, pretty much. I agree with that. I agree with that right there. I wholeheartedly agree with that right there. There's many because to be the biggest boss, to be the big ones, right? You have to remove all your competition. Have to remove any of your potentials. That's why they don't like Drake, because Drake was a potential. It's exactly why they don't like Drake, because Drake was a potential that they didn't like. Durk orchestrated it all, I believe. I've been following Chicago drama since '99. Now, to add to that theory of Durk orchestrated it all, I have the same exact theory, except for I know for a fact that Durk fucking hates Quando Rondo. And I mean, he hates Quando Rondo. So, because them two niggas specifically have been beefing for quite some time, I do know. Hell, I only know of Quando Rondo because of Durk. I only know of Quando Rondo because he has beef with Lil Durk. That's literally how I know them. That's literally how I know them. One started hanging out with Durk at first just to extort him. Here's my theory to that, right? I said I want to add on to that. What if, because it happened with, I believe it definitely happened with Pop Smoke, right? And Fabio Foreign. Remember? Fabio Foreign said he was he was actually with Pop Smoke the night before he went to LA and got killed. And at the time, the biggest person to benefit from Pop Smoke's death would have been Fabio, because Fabio would have been next up and not Pop anymore. I says the same exact thing here. Durk never got that. He was about to. Think about this, right? He was about to when he started getting the Drake features, right? When he started getting the Drake features, that was them starting to say, okay, Durk, we see your, you know what I'm saying? Now we're going to put you here in a different light, right? Think about that. Now, also think about, do y'all remember the J. Cole record Durk did? You think it was a coincidence that Durk started to all of a sudden pull a Diddy move and say, oh, I'm for the kids. I'm positive now. I'm not gangster anymore. I'm turning my life around and giving it to God. Had J. Cole positive rapping in the record and whatnot. Remember that record? All my life, they were trying to keep me down. I knew that was a bunch of cracker shit when I heard it. I already knew. I said, nigga, I done seen this playbook before. You already knew you was about to go to jail for this shit. You knew already. You knew good and damn well that eventually this shit was gonna catch up to your ass. So what you do? You start putting out all the positive records you can. You make a whole positive rap album that your fans start to say, what the fuck is this, Durk? Even your fans thought that, what the fuck is this, Durk? What in the hell is this goody two-shoe shit you on? Where's the shoot 'em bang bang in Chicago? What is this? What is this foolishness you putting out to us? Fans wasn't buying it. Fans was not buying it. And I damn sure wasn't either. I said, all of a sudden you giving your life to God. Who after you? Who's after you? Lo and behold. Lo and behold. I said, I've seen this playbook way too many times. Way too many goddamn times. The Diddler tried this same exact playbook. Let me fix my image. Remember? Lil Rod talked about it in his case. He was only fucking TD Jakes. Diddy was only fucking TD Jakes to literally get his image back good. Only fucking with a pastor to get his image back good. I'm telling you. It's the same playbook here. And Durk knew that. Yes, that tells you. Vaughn was definitely a different breed. I agree with you there. He was definitely a different breed. Most definitely a different breed. See, the thing with the difference between Durk and Vaughn, Durk had already started playing the industry game. Okay? By Durk playing that industry game and losing sight of certain angles that he can go at in the hood because of how famous he had gotten so quickly and so early. Whereas Vaughn, see, the thing is, Durk had to sort of keep one toe in, one toe out. If you get what I'm saying, he pretty much had to play both sides of the street in the industry. He just had no choice. As we talked about before with the prison program, to pretty much these gentlemen are still in that same boat. New Orleans, or excuse me, Louisiana, Florida, Memphis. Hell, if Alabama and Ohio could rap, they'd be in this shit too. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty much, they focus on these particular coasts and increase the violence in them to profit off them going to jail or passing away, either one. It is a win-win situation for the labels and the prisons. Always has been. They die, the labels make money. They go to jail, we all make money at the same time. That's how this works. That's how this works. So, me even seeing, like I said, Durk doing all that goody two shit, I knew this shit was coming. NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy trying to go on an apology streak. Going on his goddamn nice boy apology streak before they got his ass. Before they snatched his ass up. Pause. All of a sudden, Blueface wanna claim it's his baby before he go to jail. I'm telling you, I've seen these niggas do this playbook way too many times to not know what's gonna happen next. Whenever you niggas start changing and being good after y'all was y'all thought y'all was Mr. Untouchable. Y'all thought y'all was Nicky Bonds. With it. No. No. The universe always come back and get you.